Hello, this is Mega Gaming here. Just a little video today. I've been really into The Witcher lately. I've done it before, to be honest with you. I've done it a fair few times, but I've been really into it lately, and I've put in. Let's see, it's sad really when I look at it. So I've done nearly 99 hours so far. I'm on the first expansion, Hearts of Stone. I'm not far into that. I've done most like the side quests, and that's just me and the main story I've got to do. But that's not why I'm doing this video. What it is I want to give you to show people a good build that you can go throughout the whole game, and it's easy for beginners. It's not complicated. It's a nice simple build, and it means you can be tanky, deal decent damage, and it can also carry it on in New Game Plus and tweak it a little bit. So what I've done is the main thing is my gear. So obviously this isn't all finished because I'm only in Hearts of Stone, the Hearts of Stone storyline, so it won't be done until I'm done nearly the next one, Blood and Wine. So the swords I've got at the minute is the Woven Steel Sword and the Woven Silver Sword. What I would like at the end of Blood and Wine, when I go into New Game Plus, is I want Erendite as a Silver Sword, because you can carry that all the way through New Game Plus, because obviously the sword levels up with you. It's the only sword in the game that does that. There isn't, unfortunately, a steel sword to that equivalent, but the best steel sword at the end of the game is the Toussaint Knight's Steel Sword. It's great. It's got brilliant critical damage bonus. It's got that bonuses to Quen, which I think it's a 30% bonus to Quen and other things, but that's really good for this build because this build revolves around the Quen sign. Armor, and you notice here they have got the armor rune rated. You unlock him in the Hearts of Stone DLC. You can do it before, but you have got to fight some level 33 monsters, I think it is. It might be difficult, but you can do it at any time in the game really, as long as you can defeat them monsters. But it costs a lot of money. Is it worth it? No, not really, to be honest with you. Bar this one ability that I need. Well, actually, there's two abilities. Go back to the Silver Sword. Once I get Erendite, which I carry through to New Game Plus, I'll get an ability on there. I forget what's called. But it lets us have the Armorer's Table and the Grindstone active at all times. I think that's a flat 15% damage increase and a 15% damage reduction all the time, and even though it's just applied in that sword, it applies to both of them. It's one of the few abilities that does that, so that's what you want. So back to the armor. So I've got balance. This is a rune rated build in here, so it means I've got the Mastercrafted Ursine armor, and that's the best armor in the game for defense. 45% resistance to damage from monsters, which is great, because a lot of people look at the armor rating, but you shouldn't. You should look at the resistance rating as well. They work hand in hand, with, I would say, a bigger emphasis on resistance. It makes a big difference in the game. You could probably go through this armor in New Game Plus. It would probably serve you quite well, especially compared to the armors that you get in New Game Plus, where it's got no resistance to monsters, because most of the enemies you fight are monsters. So you have that on there, and it makes all my gear medium. And the reason I've done this is you get an increased stamina regeneration with medium armor, and also there's an ability which I'll show you in the abilities bit in a minute, which works with that rune rated ability. Now when it comes to putting slots in here, I'll probably just put attack power and maybe the one that stuns enemies. I think they're the most useful. And obviously when I get Erendite, I'll take that to the rune rate and get the ability which lets you have the Armorer's Table and the Grindstone active at all time. Okay, right, so we'll go to the abilities. Now this is what my trees are looking like at the minute. That's pretty much how they're going to be. As I get into the higher levels, obviously you unlock the big game changer mutations, and that you'll get a thing here where you can activate in the middle and you unlock 4 more slots. Now the one I'm choosing is called Euphoria, and it increases your damage of your signs and your swords by 0.75%, I think it is, per toxicity point. So I've only got 2 decoctions equipped at the moment, but that'll give roughly around 100% increase in damage. I could do more, but I hate Geralt's veiny face and the green toxic mist, and you can't get rid of that on the PlayStation because you can't get mods on it. So I just like to keep it low. But I may be able to add a third one onto that later on, because one of the abilities I've got with it, yeah, acquired tolerance, one of the most important skills in the game. This ability here, as it says, every known level 1, 2 or 3 alchemy formula increases maximum toxicity by 1. So my toxicity at the minute is 247. Now, by the time I get the Blood and Wine, I'll unlock a few more alchemy formulas there, whatever you call it, and that'll add more toxicity on, obviously. And then there is an ability where you can get, in a general, an extra 30 on top of that. Then that means I should be able to get 3 decoctions without Geralt's veiny face, and in that you're looking at that. It's probably about, I don't know if your maths is right, it must be about 140-150% damage increase, which is massive, and that's just by having them active. Right, back to character. Right, so the first one, I've got 3 signs equipped here. Let's see. Delusion. I don't use Axie that much, to be honest with you, except on shield bearers. Hit it, and then quite often you get instant kill against lower enemies, bandits and stuff, when they've got shields and stuff. It's handy for that. But the main handiness is the extra 40 experience you get in conversations where you can use it, and that it's handy. It means you can skip some stuff, not spend money on things, and it's just cool. It's like a proper Jedi mind trick, you know, like Qui-Gon Jinn does in Star Wars and stuff. It's great. Your bread and butter shield here, active shield. You have active shield, you don't need food in the game anymore. You hold the button in alternate sign mode and enemies attack you, and you just regain health. It's unbelievable, especially when you get the 3 out of 3, because then it doesn't drain stamina either. It's class. It is one of the best moves in the game. Exploding shield, when it breaks it knocks them back. It's not like amazing that I've only added it because it gives you a bit more stamina regeneration, and I want the 3 slots really just to tie that off, so I get that. So now I've got 40% sign intensity there. So Griffin School techniques, this one here, this is one I was telling you about before. This combined with the Rune Knight's medium armor thing that changes my heavy armor to medium, increases my sign intensity by 5% for each piece in stamina generation by each piece. That adds up quite a lot, and it makes obviously the Quen shield last longer, stronger, and your stamina regenerates quicker, so that goes, you can pump it back up straight again. Precise blows basically just increases the damage of your fast attack and the damage. Same for the strong attack one there. Here, focus, adrenaline points increase both weapon damage and second intensity. It's an ideal thing, you know. Adrenaline increases weapon damage anyways, but then this increases your sign intensity. I think it's 15% per bar of adrenaline. So if 3 bars adrenaline, you'll have like 45%. I'm sure that's how it works. It's something like that. 45% more damage and sign intensity, which means your Quen shields are going to be stronger. Basically, just this one. Oh yeah, no, sorry. This one, it's really handy. As soon as you enter combat, you've got a flat 15% damage increase already, because you automatically gain an adrenaline point when entering combat. Deadly precision. It's a bit of a gimmick, this one. So 3 adrenaline points, you basically have 6% chance of killing an opponent instantly. It happens more than you think actually, and it goes in a proper cool slow-mo effect. Once that happens, it can be just a nice, something you can be fighting and you've been dead. So that was alright. It makes you feel a bit godlike, if I'm honest. So, quiet tolerance. Talked about that one before. Definite needed skill. Fast attack damage increase. Strong attack damage increase. Basic things. And obviously we've got what? So basically we've got a 90% increase in attack power there. So, once I get Euphoria and I lock the other 4 slots, these are the abilities I want to put in. I want that one, just an extra increase in vitality, which I read somewhere also affects Quen. The more vitality you've got, the bigger your Quen shield is. It does have some influence on it, but I'm not exactly sure by how much. So the sign intensity, it's a bit complicated to master it. In this one, synergy. 5 out of 5 this one, it means my sign intensity will go up to 60% and the attack powers on each side will go up to, I think it's 45%. So instead of a 90% increase in attack power, I'll have 135, is that right? Yeah, 135. So it's a big increase there. Now that's 3 things there. That will be a lot of points by then. I think there is something like, because you can go to level 90, you can go to level 100 and you get 99 points, but to me it's unlikely you'll get that far. Maybe level 80 odd, I think, by the time you get to the end of New Game Plus. But really I want my build sort of finished in New Game Plus, not near the end. So if we unlock the 4 slots, which will cost a lot of points, I will add Killing Spree in them, which, as you can see, quite a powerful ability. Now sorry, that's not with 4 points, that would be with the 3 bars unlocked, which we'll definitely be able to do. If we unlock 4, then what I'll do is I'll have the 4 alchemy abilities in the Euphoria 4 slots, and I'll add this one, which I was telling you about before. Where is it? Where is it? There. Increases maximum toxicity by 30 points, and that means I should be able to get 3 decoctions in before Geralt's face turns all veiny and the green mist and all that. It means my attack power and sign damage is going to go through the roof, and I'll be much more powerful. But that is really end game in New Game Plus. Once I've got so many abilities in, and it's just a matter of getting the ability points, finding the places of power, and unlocking them. And that'd be the last part of the whole build. Now, obviously, by then as well, I should go back into gear. I know it doesn't show you now, but I will do another video of when the build's complete and you can see the build and the equipment and how it works then. By then, I will have also the Grandmaster Ursine armor. You can see at the bottom where it says there, I will have 4 bits of that armor, so I'm going to have a 20% chance of when Quen Shield shatters of a new one getting cast free, no stamina cost, and automatically without me having to do anything, which is mint. It's just a nice little. It's one of the better Grandmaster bonuses, because to be honest with you, the other ones are a bit hitty missy. The feline one, that's a good one, but I don't like that armor. It's too squishy. The Griffin one actually is really good as well, but the Griffin armor makes Geralt look like he's had a couple of beers. He looks a bit fat. I don't like it. The Wolven one's garbage, if I'm honest. The only decent bit is the first one, the 3. If you get fixative, where you get unlimited oils and they don't go off your swords, and you have 3 on each sword at a time, which means if you were lazy, you wouldn't need to apply oils all the time, and you could just have on your silver sword the 3 most likely enemies that you're going to attack, and then obviously you can only get Hanged Man and Venom, and the other one is against beasts. For your steel swords, you're covered on there. You would never need to put oil on your steel sword again. Like I say, it is a bit gimmicky. And then obviously you've got the Manticore set as well, and the Viper set. But the Manticore, I don't like using potions. I just use. I'm a bit of a freak when it comes to stuff like this. I love passive abilities and seeing loads of passive abilities mount up. And I think the Quen one, yeah, I do like Quen, and it adds nice bonuses to it. Now obviously, you will get a few more slots, I think, on here when you get the Grandmaster, I think, and then obviously I'll just add in the greater glyphs of Quen and upgrade that as best I can. Because I don't really use the other abilities. I maybe use Igni, because obviously I've got quite a high sign intensity as well. I will use Igni to burn people in that, you know, like when you fight a lot of bandits, especially the fallen knights in the Hearts of Stone, because there's quite a difference in difficulty from the game once you go to the base game to Hearts of Stone. The enemies are quite a bit tougher. It's quite a shock, and it doesn't have that difference when you go to the Blood and Wine. It's strange, but I know that the game developers had quite a lot of sort of stick that the game was too easy in base game mode, so they upped the difficulty in Hearts of Stone. It is a good thing, but you come out of the base game feeling all powerful, then you get to Hearts of Stone and you feel a bit weak, you know. It's not that good for progression, but once you get better stuff, now it'll be a piece of cake. So to summarise, we've got heavy armor, we've got the defensive heavy armor, but the regeneration of medium armor. Once we get Grandmaster, we've got bonuses which apply to Quen, which is my main bread and butter sign ability that we use. In the abilities, we're basically a hybrid. We've got good sign intensity, really good attack power, and we're going to have a few points in toxicity, but just the best ones, so you can get them decoctions up. And it's just an all-round, general, strong build, I feel. It's not all about attack power but where you're squishy. It's not all about signs but where you're squishy. It's not all about tanking like Ursine armor. You've got all round good attack power and defenses, and it's a fun build to play. It really is, and I think it's how Geralt should be played, because Geralt is from the Wolf School, which specialises more in signs and attack and defense. They're like the hybrid school is what I think of them of, whereas the cat is, you know, like they're more like assassins almost, and then obviously the Ursine and that, they're, you know, like I say, it's more about tanking and defense and stuff. So I think the way the abilities are loaded, it is more like Geralt would actually play it, like canon Geralt, you know. So that's my build. Feel free, have a look. It's a good build to start in the game with, it's a good build to progress through, and it can last you all the way to the New Game Plus to the end of that, and you can tweak little things at the end, and it can be really fun. I find it fun. It's my favourite build by far. Alright, thanks for watching now. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks now.